Hello, genealogists. It's Craig again. The best laid plans of mice and men. I'm finally getting over my COVID. Had a really good day. Able to actually breathe, although it wasn't difficult breathing before, but a much more happier disposition. So I decide today to take a long walk, and I remind myself that I should put on my sneakers instead of wear my floppy sandals. I wear my floppy sandals and I crash to the ground on a concrete sidewalk about, I don't know, half a mile from the warehouse. So that made my entire day. Then I was putting together a talk for today. This was last night. And it was going to be on Lord Dunmore's War, a war that probably very few people know very much about unless they're Virginians. But lots of people were involved in Lord Dunmore's War. And so I'm putting it all together. And I went to look at part of the reason is because I just reprinted Lord Dunmore's Little War of 1774. It's been out of print for a few months. But when I looked at the book, I found out that if you open it this way, you end up with the end of the book. If you open it up this way, you end up with the front of the book. So I can't very well talk about that today and say, come get the book, if the book isn't going to be available until I can get the covers cut off and the book put back together again, or new books or whatever. So I will work on that today, although it's actually the day before today. But anyway, I will work on that today and get it taken care of so I can come and talk to you about Lord Dunmore's War. So you may remember that a couple of book discounts ago, we did a book called, got to pick up the right book, Beneath Old Rooftops. And this was Abram English Brown talking about people who responded to the alarm at Lexington and Concord who weren't from Lexington and Concord. And this book that he did dealt with Cambridge, Medford, Matomie, which is Arlington, Waltham, Lexington, Woburn, Woburn Precinct, which is Burlington, Lincoln, Bedford. And, somebody told me how to pronounce this word, but I've forgotten already. Billerica, that can't be right. Concord, Concord, not Concord. The cord isn't, anyway. Concord, there we go, Concord. You can always tell when somebody's not from somewhere when they start saying words like Staunton instead of Stanton, Botetourt instead of Botetot, Beaufort instead of Beaufort, although they are both pronounced that depending on where it is. One's in South Carolina, one's in North Carolina. But anyway, that said, Carlisle, Acton, Littleton, and Groton. And he mentioned that there was going to be a sequel or a second volume or something, just because. And I thought, man, I have to find this second volume. Because I really like this book. And I hadn't thought about the second volume at all. So that's what tonight is about. And that would mean that it is book for discount number 4. So evidently, the second volume of this book is a book called Beside Old Hearthstones, Abram English Brown, and it's the sequel to Beneath Old Rooftrees. So the difference between the first book and the second book, both part of the Footprints of the Patriots series. I don't know how long a series that actually was. I have a feeling it was probably only 2 books. But this volume is entirely different material from the first, and it stands independently. And it deals especially with the Revolutionary Patriots from Groton, Shirley, Pepperell, Danvers, and Chelmsford in Massachusetts, and Hollis in New Hampshire. So the same old thing as last time. Numerous extracts from old letters and documents and transcriptions of many tombstones, accurately illustrated with photos of people and places. And again, there's, of course, a name index. The author was I am to remind you, an antiquarian and a genealogist who wrote very numerous works on Massachusetts history. And now I need to go and see what those numerous works were on Massachusetts history other than these two books. The Beneath Old Rooftops and Beside Old Hearthstones. So what we'll do is we'll make both the books now available again for a 40% discount. I think I'm going to up it to 48 hours instead of 24 just for fun because I always forget to go and change the discount. So if you want to buy these books during the next 48 hours, they will be available to you at a 40% discount, and we'll use the same discount that we used before, and that discount was Rooftrees. How exciting. So next 48 hours, 40% discount, use the discount code Rooftrees, and if you get to it beyond 48 hours, I'll convert it to a 20% discount through the end of the year so that you don't have to worry about it. You know what the other thing that happened today was? I broke my glasses. Today just was not the day for anything, except I woke up feeling very good. So this is Craig with Just Genealogy, converting people doing genealogy into genealogists day by day. Glad I was able to bring you something today. I hate the thought of what's going to happen one day when I actually miss a session. I'm sure that I will hear from somebody saying, "Where is it? Where is it?" I should be so lucky. You all have a good time. Remember, don't just do genealogy, be a genealogist. Thank you all very much.